Hello, my name is Jay Johnston, and today I will be presenting on the subject of the rising cost of college textbooks for English 101-SL2. It is safe to say every college student has a shared experience of shock when hearing their total when purchasing textbooks for an upcoming semester. More often than not, new textbooks can cost upwards of $125 plus. As well, many classes now require an additional purchase of online access codes just to be able to access online quizzes and homework assignments. They've effectively put homework behind a paywall. Textbooks as well haven't always been this expensive. Since the 1970s, textbooks costs have risen more than 1,000%. That's 3 times the rate of US inflation. These skyrocketing costs for textbooks, they play a major factor for students. In a 2014 survey, nearly 66% of students surveyed reported skipping buying or renting required course materials simply because they couldn't afford them. That puts these students at a disadvantage and potentially limits their chances of success. The College Board expects students to spend between $1,200 on textbooks and materials yearly. For a growing number of students from lower income families, that forces a tough decision, requiring them to decide between affording their books or placing food on the table. Textbook publishers are working on a number of current solutions. Many are pushing for digital e-formats. Some are incorporating a Netflix-like subscription service. These attempts, though, still sadly are quite expensive and have other pitfalls. The best solution and what must be done is a switch from traditional college textbooks to an all-digital, open-source educational resource. These materials would be freely accessible, reusable, easily modified by appropriate parties, and shared by anyone. So why open educational resources? More often than not, they're cheaper than traditional texts. They're portable and can be viewed on devices that more often than not students already have. Cell phones, tablets, laptops. They're malleable. Teachers and publishers can update them with the latest information. As well, they can incorporate multimedia. You can listen to a podcast on them. You could watch a video. You can hyperlink to a new updated article. As well, the accessibility options would be great for students with limited hearing and sight. The push for open educational resources will need to be done by universities, their faculty, and the students themselves. Universities will have to cut their reliance on big college textbook publishers off. They'll have to start incorporating new open educational resources. New options are emerging daily. Some examples are the Khan Academy or Apple's iTunes University. Faculty will need to help review and compile this information, making sure it reflects their course guidelines and what exactly they want to teach. The campus bookstore will need to adapt and shift. Gone will be the days of stacks and stacks of textbooks. They can still sell supplemental information though, materials, atlases, MLA guidelines. And most importantly, students themselves need to speak out about the need for this change. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. They have to voice their displeasure with spending upwards of $1,200 on college textbooks.